day and what I eat in a day, eating whole food plant-based. Here in my flask, I have some coffee with some unsweetened almond milk in it. In my bowl, I have an assortment of things, as you can see, most of which are pictured here. I have 20 grams of old-fashioned oats, 20 grams of steel-cut oats, to which I added a bit of pumpkin seeds, maybe a tablespoon of flaxseed meal, a teaspoon of chia seeds, a handful of raisins, like a dozen. When I was done making it, I just put a splash of oat milk over top, as you can see there. I usually don't do that, but today I felt like it. There it is. And in the bowl, after I made my oats, which I do on the counter with hot water, and then I usually refrigerate overnight. Today I didn't do that. I just made them on the counter because I forgot last night, truthfully. Anyway, so I have the oats in the bowl, and I also have put in those oats matchstick carrots, which I don't think you can really see here. Those are raw. And cooked a quarter cup of cauliflower rice. I have that in my oats every day just about, and it really makes me fuller for longer. And now I've added carrots to the mix, which I really enjoy, and they're very sweet, and they add a bit of crunch. So after that, I added one small sliced up banana. I added probably a third cup of fresh blueberries, and here I have some strawberries that I cut up, and on top, this is to die for, the Trader Joe's pineapple frozen tidbits. This is fresh pineapple, and oh my God, it is so sweet. Yum. So my mouth is watering. I can't wait to eat this. And then last but not least, I sprinkled cinnamon. I also put cinnamon into the oatmeal when I made it, and then I put just a little drizzle of agave over top of that. So this is my breakfast. It will keep me full for hours, and it will take me a long time to eat, but that's okay, because I'm going to enjoy every bite. Today I'm doing a little bit of prep. I decided to go with a combination of quinoa, millet, and wild rice blend. I've never tried millet before. I just bought it on Amazon a little bit ago, and so I decided to go with that. I'm cooking them together because they basically have the same amount of water that needs to be added and cooking time. I did rinse a combination of a half a cup of each of these three for 2 minutes under cold water, and for that 1.5 cups that it comes out to, you have to add 3 cups of water. And that you put this into the water on top of the stove, and you bring it to a boil, and then you simmer it for like 20 minutes or so. I did also put half a teaspoon of this better than bouillon into the water. This is the garlic base, roasted garlic. So I'll show you in a sec what it looks like. So I brought it to a boil. I'm going to give it a good stir, and then I'm going to lower it down to a simmer and wait 20 minutes, and then we'll see what we have. I've made some plantains. Now, when you want to make plantains this way, you have to get ones that are ripened and soft. So all I did was slice them up after I peeled them, and then I added in some seasonings. I have some Mrs. Dash on here, garlic powder. I did use a teeny spray on the foil of extra virgin olive oil, because otherwise these are just going to come out dry and they won't brown. So again, I am doing whole food plant-based, but there are some people that do vegan with oil, even though that's not the starch solution. I hardly think the amount of oil that I put on here is going to make a difference. It's just going to make everything look and taste better, so I went with it. So plantains, they are yummy, they're sweet and starchy, and such yumminess. Can't wait to eat them. So here is my grain and rice combo. It fluffed up very nicely, and it tastes good. It's very flavorful that I added in. I also added in some Mrs. Dash garlic and herb, which I forgot to mention, along with that better than bouillon. Really gave it just enough flavor. It's not very salty, which is good for me. And so yeah, I'll be enjoying this for my dinners, lunches, whatever, during the week. The next thing I'm going to prep is this tofu. I did buy this press. I did put the tofu in here overnight, and when I took it out, I just wiped it down with some clean paper towels, obviously clean, and it's nice and dry now. And then I cut it up into these cubes. Now, I'm not going, since this is an experiment, I'm going to try to make Joey Troxel's version of pepper tofu. in the air fryer. So I will use half of this tofu, and the other half I'll make teriyaki. I'm going to marinate it because I'm not sure if this recipe is going to work out. So in my container, it's supposed to be a 1/4 cup of vegan cornstarch. I only had regular cornstarch in the house. I thought I had chickpea flour because it calls for a 1/4 cup of that to make it yellow when you cook it, I guess. I'm not sure. However, I used Scottish oats because they're fine, and that was the only substitute I could come up with. And I added in, I still have to add in the black pepper, but I've also added in some salt and garlic powder. That's what the recipe calls for, a teaspoon of each. So now I'm off to, hopefully this is going to work out. We'll see. Okay, so this is what they look like after they're coated. I did put a piece of parchment paper in here. Please excuse the way the silicone looks. It just does not come off. I don't know why. I really hate it, but it serves its purpose. I did spray a teeny bit of cooking spray, my extra virgin olive oil, on the bottom. I didn't spray the top. Again, trying to be whole food, plant-based, but at the same time, since I'm experimenting, he did suggest that in the original recipe they used cooking spray. He does not. I think he does now, though, because since that time, I think that was a 5-year-old video that I watched today, he and him incorporate a little teeny bit of oil into their diet now, just for things like this. So let me get this into the air fryer, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll come out good. So I'm just about out of my granola, and I decided to make another one today. This one has raisins and prunes. I chopped up the prunes. It has some sunflower seeds in here, as well as walnuts, maple syrup, vanilla extract, 2 bananas that I mashed with a fork, and then I have some steel cut oats, and then lots of the whole grain oats, or the old-fashioned oats. I did about 2 cups of the oats to 2 bananas. Maple syrup, I basically went by eye, as well as with the fruit and the seeds and the nuts. And this is what I have. I am going to start it off at 325 for 20 minutes, and I'm going to see what I get. I am trying to make a shortcut way of making this for myself, because truth be told, I don't like to make things with 10 steps when you only need 5, right? So we'll see how it comes out. I'll show you in the end. Okay, so this is the end product, or the finished product, after 2 hours of having this in the oven, turning it every 15 minutes at 170, which is also on my oven the dehydrating temperature. So it tastes good. It looks like I'll be making this once a month, because I'm into this a month already of the whole food plant-based eating, and I made the first batch at the very beginning, and I like this method of making it much better. Again, it's not rocket science. Figure out what you like in your granola and just go from there. You know, try a couple recipes at first maybe, and then make your own. So yeah, all done now, ready to put in the jar. Okay, so I have finished my food prep for today. I'll start on this side. Here I have some Yukon Gold potatoes, which I boiled. What I will do with these is slice them up when I'm ready to have them and air fry them, and they come out so delicious, crispy on the outside and creamy on the inside. Great as a fry with no oil. Here are some small sweet potatoes that I first steamed in the microwave, because they came in steamed bags. I got them at Hannaford. And then I put them into the air fryer, so they're really nice and caramelized. I don't know if you can see that there, but they're going to be yummy, yummy, yummy to eat. Here I have 2 Japanese sweet potatoes, which I peeled and boiled. These will also go into the air fryer when I'm ready to eat them. And then I've already showed you the plantains, and I can't wait to have these. They're so good. This, I think, will come out better. Naturally, it won't look as white when I use the chickpea flour instead of the Scottish oats when I make it next time. It does taste good, though, so I will make it again. And here is my teriyaki tofu that I told you I'd make. I just put some seasonings and I air fried it. Here are some curry beans that I made from Navy Beans in the can, and I just sauteed up some Vidalia onion, and I added a tablespoon of this mild curry paste, which I got at Adam's. And so this is a good substitute for those beans that I found, the British beans in the can. And I will use these probably on top of potatoes, or I don't know, I can use them on top of anything really that I've made here. Here's my nice millet and quinoa grain combination with the wild rice in it. And then I made some broccoli and some steamable cauliflower rice. So this will set me up for a few days or more, and if I don't eat it all, I will freeze it, because everything I made here freezes well. And that does it for today's food prep. This is my lunch for today. I have a really nice salad made with leaf lettuce. I have some blueberries in here, some grapes, some navy beans, some green olives with pimentos, some roasted red peppers, and I think that's, some matchstick carrots are in here. And for my dressing, I use some of this organic apple cider vinegar and a bit of this Maple Grove fat-free cranberry dressing. It's not the cleanest of dressings, but in a pinch, it works for me. I also have some of this 50% less sodium and sugar ketchup over my Yukon Gold potatoes, which I did boil previously. Then I sliced them up and put them in the air fryer. So delish. And then I'm having just a garden vegetable burger alongside of that. And I'm looking really forward for this lunch. I am quite hungry now, and I'm going to go eat it and enjoy it. Okay, I've made a quick dinner tonight. Actually, this is kind of like leftovers, except that I had I'll call it components separate. I had the spaghetti separate and the vegetables and the beans separate. And then I put it all together and added some other ingredients to make it taste good. So in here, I put a tablespoon of orange marmalade, a couple tablespoons of stir-fry sauce. I topped it off with some Trader Joe's sweet chili sauce, some sesame seeds. In my bowl, I have plain old boiled spaghetti. I had made it for Jim, and I just decided to have some of it myself. Didn't feel like making the wheat spaghetti because I already had this. Laziness. And then I have some navy beans, some broccoli, some green peppers, and some red peppers, and some onion. I also have a bit of roasted red pepper on top. So that does it for my dinner, and I cannot wait to dig in. Well, hello there, YouTube family. Welcome to this week's weigh-in video. And as you've already seen, what I eat in a day, doing whole food plant-based eating. I'm still very motivated and excited to be eating this way. I'm almost into this for a month now. It will be officially a month on August 31st, which is around the corner, which is crazy to me. I can't believe we'll be in September in a few short days. But be that as it may be, it's been a really good month. I am really feeling no pain doing this. I'm excited to be doing it. I am very enthusiastic about doing it. And I'm really also very taken aback at how much it was just like a smooth, there was no transition. I made a plan on July 30th that tomorrow morning you will wake up, it will be your 65th birthday, and you will do this from now on. And there's no going back, because there's no shortage. If for any other reason, you can never get bored eating this way, unless you allow yourself to get bored, because you don't delve into maybe trying things. I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, sneeze is over with, and I'm back. You can do so many different simple things to make this interesting. You'll never miss meat. I mean, I don't know. I might miss eating seafood, but you can do things that, instead of looking at this as what I'm not eating anymore and how much I'm missing it, I'm missing nothing. I'm looking at, oh, gee, look at all these new things I can make that I haven't eaten before, that I haven't tried to make before, that will keep me occupied for eons. I mean, you just can not imagine the things that you can do eating whole food plant-based. It's endless possibilities of delicious food. And no, you don't have to be a salad lover. No, you don't have to be a veggie lover, okay? You can do things with vegetables that you haven't done before because you simply haven't been informed about it to make it taste better. You know, if you do McDougall's 50-50 plate, I am enjoying most of all of everything, including my Japanese sweet potatoes, having Yukon Gold potatoes that I boiled, that I sliced up, leaving the skin on, and putting in the air fryer and putting ketchup on it with some maybe garlic powder and a little bit of Himalayan sea salt. And then another half a plate of vegetables to go along with it. You can do a combination of vegetables. You're supposed to really eat a lot of non-starchy vegetables, which is never a problem for me, but you don't have to eat pounds of it, for goodness sake. You know, you don't have to be worried about, because this is not a diet. So you can find ways of eating these vegetables, seasoning them differently, where they're more palatable for you. You know, even if you only like a couple of vegetables, who doesn't like a carrot? You know, I don't know anybody that doesn't like carrots. Maybe, I'm sure there are people that despise carrots, but there certainly has to be some vegetables out there that you enjoy. So just start with those. Don't overwhelm yourself by putting these rules in place that you have to eat this, you have to have pounds of that. No, you don't. You just have to start somewhere. And even if you don't go completely whole food plant-based, you can do some of that. Even if you did it 80% of the time, if you build up to that, you're still that many miles ahead of the game health-wise. Anyway, I'm not coming on here to give you a speech. I'm just trying to give you some of my own thoughts so that it will hopefully get you to think more about the things that you're eating if you want to make changes and how to do that. There are certainly many YouTubers out there that can help with that. You don't need me, but I think that watching me do it might be a good starting place. You know, sometimes I watch people, like I watch this woman, this new person, Brenda Woodwork, cooks with plants, and I've never seen her before. And all of a sudden I was like, you know what? She's speaking my thoughts to me in her video. And that was enough for me to say, I'm ready. And I had no idea that was going to happen. So don't give up on yourself. Help yourself to do better, because you can do better. We can all do better. We can do better together. We have to do better for ourselves. But it's nice to know that somebody else is out there trying to do the same thing. I think it's motivating, and it also is reassuring to know that we're not alone. And you are never alone if you're hanging out with me. I can tell you that. Come over to SlimWin. Join that Facebook group. You can find me there. You can find me through my email, mrsroedee@gmail.com. You can find me through the comments in my videos. Let me know how you're doing. I'm always interested in that. And if there's anything I could do to help, I don't know what that might be, but I'm always here to try to at least give you the support that you may need, because we all need that at one time or another. So I am, as I said, very excited about this, feeling really good about it, because I'm not on a diet anymore. If for nothing else, I'm not on a diet anymore. I cannot be on a diet anymore. I don't need to be on a diet anymore. Yes, this week I lost 0.2. It wasn't a great amount, but going to the fair on Thursday and eating funnel cake and whatever else I had that had oil in it, a few French fries and a couple onion rings, didn't help the scale either. But you know what? This is real life, okay? It's real life. Things are going to happen. Am I planning to go and do... I could have brought my food with me, but I wasn't really sure. I didn't want to put dampers on this day. It was a very special day. Terry wanted to take me out for my birthday, and that's what we did. So for that one day, I was still in total control. I didn't gorge myself. I didn't start eating ice cream and other things that are not my way of eating anymore. I could have done that. I wasn't even interested, which is I thought that was great. I could have cared less about any of it. I did enjoy the funnel cake. That was my choice. You know, I did have the veggie burger. That was also my choice. I could have had something totally not whole food plant-based at all, like not even vegan or even vegetarian, and I didn't, because it's not my eating style. It's not what I want to have anymore, and I did enjoy every bite that I had. So there you go, right? Anyway, so the next video that you'll be seeing from me, I did start today is Saturday, to make a what I eat in a day. My what I eat in a day is really, really short, so I probably will string a couple together if I have time. I will let you know I'm continuing to have car problems. That's been a nightmare, but not the worst nightmare. It's all going to be okay. It's just been a very big inconvenience. My car is going to the dealership tomorrow on Sunday to be dropped off for them to work on it on Monday, to figure out why I'm getting signals like the automatic stop battery isn't working. The battery isn't working. That wasn't even coming on before I changed to the new battery. And now the engine light going on, and the hello, you know, danger, Will Robinson, your car is going to shut off momentarily, so pull over to a very safe spot, like ASAP. Oh God, talk about like freaking out. I've never seen anything like that before on a car I've ever driven, much less this one. So it's all related to these batteries, from what I understand. So my hope is that it's going to get resolved on Monday. Thankfully, my son Steven is going to be able to bring me back and forth to work because I'm working Sunday and Monday. And Cora is at my house, so we don't have to worry about her. I don't. And she's taken care of. So all this other junk is just a pain in the neck, going to cost more money, but you know what? It's not sickness, and I will get over it. I just have to tell you, though, as another aside of eating this way, I have not been night binging at all anymore. So even if that's just all I get from this, including eating healthier, I'm good with that. I want to lose this weight, but I have to start moving. So I know that already, and when I'm ready to do it, I will. I have nobody around here has been feeling well, not customers in the store. My coworkers have been sick along with me. 2 rounds of antibiotics within the last 3 weeks. So all those things considered, I think I'm doing great. And I'm really happy about that because it's a relief. So for now, my YouTube family, I will remind you that you and your families are always in my thoughts and prayers. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing things to take care of you. Please, if you're not, please focus on at least one thing a day. Start somewhere. We all have to start somewhere. And please let me know how you're doing in the comments or any other way that I've described already that you can find me to let me know that, because I am always concerned about how you're doing. And if there's something I might be able to respond to you based on a comment or a communication that might be helpful, I would like to have the opportunity to do that. I mean, I don't know. If nothing else, I'll tell you I'm here for you, okay? Oh, thank you so much. Pardon me with the frog in my throat. Thank you so much for always supporting me no matter what I do. And for watching my videos and all that good stuff. And let me send you these big hugs. If you don't need one today, they don't go bad. Put it in your pocket for another day when you might need it. And I will see you very soon in the next video that I make. In the meantime, please take good care and stay well, my YouTube family. Bye for now.